Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to Bigfork Vikings football. Hey, tonight we're up in Eureka, Montana, a battle of unbeatens, both team 3-0 on the season. And as you know, the Vikings did not get to play against Eureka last year due to the cyber threat, so they haven't played in 2 years. So they're going to renew their rivalry this year. They're always battling for the top of the conference. Now we are in the Western B Conference. We got North, South, East, and West now. Top 4 teams from each conference will make the playoffs this year. Give me a shout out, 406-270-7384. Let me know if you can hear me out there. I can't, just text me. Don't call me. I won't be able to answer on air. We're getting ready to do the national anthem, so we'll pause for that momentarily. The Eureka High School Pep Band playing our national anthem. Once again, 406-270. Just text me, let me know you can hear me. We're getting ready to meet these starting lines for each team, so I'll give those to you. How these teams get here, how'd they get to 3-0? Well, it was Eureka taking on Cutbank and winning that first game of the season, and then they took on Conrad, beat Conrad heavily and easily, as well as last week as they took on Thompson Falls. Their first conference win last week down in Thompson Falls and beat them handily. They are to the two-time defending Class B champions here in Eureka, Lincoln County High School. And how the Vikings get here? Well, the opener in Washington Grizzly Stadium, 27-14 over Manhattan, a perennial playoff team in Class B, and then went down to Anaconda. Anaconda, the team really showed up and started playing awesome football as they won 51-0 over Anaconda down there against the Copperheads. Then last week, a battle of unbeatens against Florence. The Florence Falcons came to town in the Vikings' first home game, the home opener, and the Vikings won handily, 44-15. So that sets up this game, battle of unbeatens. Here's your starting lineups. First of all, the starting defense for Eureka. Number 5, Hank Dunn, is a defensive back at 6 foot, 170 pounds. He's a junior. He's also the quarterback and replaced the all-state quarterback Garrett Graves, who went on as a redshirt freshman for the Grizzlies. Number 25 is Corey Cheney. He's the defensive back at 6'2", 180 pounds, also a junior. At linebacker, a 5'7", 140 pound sophomore, 26, Gunnar Smith. Number 3, Jake Kendall, linebacker at 6 foot, 200 pounds, junior. A 5'10", 155 pound junior linebacker, number 36, Chance Mueller. Also a linebacker, Reed Guckenberg, 6 foot, 210, junior, number 57. On the D-line, we have 4 defensive linemen. So they're playing a 4-4 defense. A 5'9", 170 pound junior, number 62, Ethan Holt. That's 6 foot, 175 senior, number 65, Nate Cargill. Caden Sherwood, that's 6 foot 2, 215 pound senior, number 73. And finally, a 6 foot, 180 pound senior defensive lineman, number 77, Mason Davis. And for the Lions, they're led by head coach Trevor Utter, Chad Dunn, Kenny Kendall, Troy Truman, Jim Lucy, Brendan Miller, and Ryan Holder. The starting offense for the Vikings tonight, at quarterback, it's going to be Anders Epperle at 5'11", 180 pounds, senior. The tight end, 6'2", 186 pounds, senior, number 6, Brady Thorness. At running back, the All-State running back, at 185 pounds, senior, 5'10", Randy Stoltz, number 10. And the wide receivers, the twins, Clayton and Colton Reichenbach. Clayton, a 6'1", 165-pound senior, number 17. And number 21 is Colton at 6'2", 170-pound senior wide receiver. At the fullback spot, senior, 165 pounds, 5'6", number 37, Luke Taylor. The center for the Vikings, number 51, Logan Gillard, 6'3", 200 pounds, a senior. The rest of your linemen, number 71, a 220-pound junior, 6'2", Robbie Kaiser. 290-pound, 6'2", senior, number 74, Brody Lamar, junior. Offensive lineman, number 293 pounds, 6'4", number 77, David Wickwire. And number 79, a 6 foot, 220-pound junior on the line, Chase Pacheco. Head coach Todd Emsley leads the way, was assisted by Jim Epperly, John Little, Ed Buttry, Sai Amisa, Pat Munson, and Connor Coleman. That is your lineup for tonight. We're getting ready to finishing up the introductions of the starting lineups for Eureka. We got 5 minutes till, and then we'll do the coin toss, see who the captains are, and get this game underway. Once again, if you can hear me, I know I'm live. It says I'm live out there. Give me a text. Jimmy, Fat, I know you're listening down there. 406-270-7384, just so I know that you can hear this out there streaming at BFSD Events Live for the Bigfork Vikings as they take on the Eureka Lions. All right, we'll see the captains here momentarily. Let's check there. Get the captains for Eureka. Looks like number 5, Hank Dunn. Number 33, Jake Kindle. Number 77, Mason Davis. And number 25, Corey, your captains for the Lions tonight. For the Vikings, number 5, Anders Epperly. Number 6, Brady Thornus. Number 21 is Colton Reichenbach. 33, Matt Mischke. Number 10, Randy Stoltz. 51, Logan Gillard. 74, Brody Lamar. Number 17, Clayton Reichenbach. 37, Luke Taylor. 34 is Jacob Hurd. And 45 for the Vikings is Jackson Blunt. All the seniors. Only 4 can come to the center to take the coin toss. Shaking hands, and we'll see who and who's going to get the ball first on offense. Starting the game off a little Sweet Caroline, a little song we do before the third quarter. Little new Neil Diamond. So the Vikings will get to call it, and referees give them the briefing.
It's nice to know, no matter where we go, someone doesn't like Bigfork.
Good following the far sideline. If you know, they took that big wood structure up here in Eureka, and some of the fans behind built their own houses behind. One built this little platform out there, and then another has a nice deck on the back of their house. They're watching the game. So here's the coin toss, and it looks like Bigfork has won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half. So that means they'll receive the second half kickoff, and the Vikings will kick out of the north to the south, where the Eureka Lions receive. Here, we'll get underway momentarily. We'll be back in 1 minute with the kickoff here from Eureka, Montana, as the Vikings take on the Lions. Once again, give me a shout out, 270-7384, if you can hear the broadcast. I know Jimmy Fant's supposed to be listening, Jeannie Reichenbach, the Nelsons, Sam Tudor. Give me a text. Let me know that you can actually hear this out there. It says I'm broadcasting live. I want to make sure I'm out there. All right?
Yeah, James, we're gonna have to keep that door shut. Their music.
Well, I'm on the west side. We're ready to get ready here for the kickoff. And number 22, Nick Smentana, will kick off for the Vikings from their own 40-yard line. And headed back deep to receive for the Lions. Looks like number 33, Jake Kindle, along with number 57, Reed Guckenberg. The Vikings kicking out of the north, heading south. A nice evening up here. We saw a little rain on the drive up, but things have settled down, and I think we're ready to go. Looks like Jimmy Fenton here. Here's the kickoff from Smentana. He's going to boot it all the way down near the 20-yard line. Picked up there by Kindle. And the ball is on the carpet. And they recover it. Looks like number 3, Mac Mischke on the plate, but they recover it. Brings it out to the 32-yard line. He'll pick up about 12 on the return. And Vikings will go on defense. If you don't know, that Luke Schmidt, due to an illness, is out this week. All conference at wide receiver and defensive back. So we have some changes on the defense for the Vikes. Lions set up in trips, done behind in the shotgun. Little swing pass out here. Luke Taylor immediately on it. He's going to bring him down. And a host of other Lions, or excuse me, along with Randy Stoltz and a bunch of other Vikings. And they're going to get no gain, maybe an inch.
Just by alignment, it still looks scary. But
Austin Satori out left. Trips on the right for Eureka. It's hard to read their numbers. Dunn behind center. And Jake Kindle going to hand off. Fakes it. Dunn keeps it. Dunn is brought down there by Luke Taylor. And also Colton Reichenbach in there late. He'll bring it out to the 35 and 1st and 10 for Eureka as he picks up 8 on the play. And officials whistle. So Dunn on the option. You got Cheney, Corey Cheney in the slot. Number 3 is A.J. Pasella out wide for Eureka. Also number 2 is Gunnar Smith. And on the left side, it's number 10, Austin Satori, Dunn behind center. Along with 33, Jake Kindle. So Dunn in the shotgun. Officials have a timeout, 11:17 to go, and they're going to wind the clock. Dunn on the snap. He's reading that little option. Brady Thornus brings him out from behind. Randy Stoltz coming up to help. He's going to pick up 5 on the play out to the 50-yard line, so midfield for Dunn. He's riding the belly of 33, Jake Kindle, and then he's reading that linebacker and pulling it out. Out to the left is 36, Chance Mueller. So they have doubles. Also Gunnar Smith on the left side, on the far side, Pasella. And 25, Cheney. Dunn in the shotgun. Equipment issues for Pasella. So number 10, Austin Satori, will line up wide right. Dunn in the shotgun. Behind him is Kindle. So it looks like Eureka snap by Dunn. He's going to throw it out there complete in the seam. Taken down there by 21, Colton Reichenbach, along with 51, Logan Gilliard. Pass complete. So Pasella back in the game, got doubles to the right, to the left. Dunn behind center with Kindle behind him. Mueller along with Cheney on the left side. Pasella and Gunnar Smith on the right side. Dunn in the shotgun. Handoff right up the middle. Kindle tripped up. Brady Thorne is there. He'll bring the ball all the way down to the Vikings 41-yard line. He'll pick up one on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. The Nelsons can hear out there, along with Jimmy Fant listening in. Thanks for texting in. Dunn in the shotgun. In motion. Trying to fly sweep. Kindle with the handoff. Brought down there by Brady Thorness as he whips him around and takes him down inside the 40, down to the 30, just inside the 38-yard line. And they got to get to the 32. We'll call about 6. 3rd down and 6 for Eureka. Dunn in the shotgun. I think they're going to run shotgun all night. Kindle behind him. Doubles to the right and left. And the snap to Dunn. Dunn reading, pitches it out to Kindle. He's caught in the backfield. Brought down by the leg by number 37, Luke Taylor, for a loss. He's going to take him all the way back across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. And that's going to be 4th down and 9 for Eureka. And Randy Stoltz will go back momentarily in punt formation to receive for the Vikings. And can't quite see the number for the kicker for Eureka. I know it's a 30 number, and it looks like maybe it's 33. Jake Kendall. Yep, oh, whistle is blown, flag on the play on the near side. And it's going to be an offsides. His initial indication against Eureka. That's going to push him back 5 yards. Officials disagreeing on whether the receiver asked the official where to line up and put him there. The far side official had him off sides. They're going to pick up the flag. The official on the far side, on the Viking side, said he was lined up in the proper positions. That's the receiver's job to do, is ask him where to line up. Still 4th and 9, and Stoltz will head back inside the 10 to receive the punt of Kindle for Eureka. Randy picks it up about the 10 as a fair catch is called. It'll be right at the 11-yard line for the Vikings. It'll be 1st and 10. Their first shot on offense as they are able to stop Eureka. Eureka drives into Viking territory, but the sack caused a long 4th and 9, made him had to punt.
Yeah, I think, if you got Brady and Luke on the same side, they're going to run away from it. Traditional 4-3 defense.
So Epperly and Luke Taylor next to him. Stoltz in motion. Snap, director Epperly. Epperly picks it up. He's going to fumble the ball. Can't tell who got on it right about the 10-yard line. Looks like one of the Bigfork linemen in there. Looked like Robbie Kaiser. Or check that, number 77, David Wickwire, comes up with it right at the 10-yard line. He's going to lose a yard as Epperly tries to take it off the left side, gets popped out. And back to the 10, it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Vikes. Colton Reichenbach out wide right along with Thorness. Clayton out left. Epperly on the roll. He's got Colton Reichenbach across the 20 out near the 23-yard line, and a nice throw there by Epperly. Let's see where they spot that. They're going to go out to the 23, we'll call it, pickup of 13, and that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Vikes. Their first down of the ball game. So a little rotation is going to be a little bit different tonight as the Vikings are missing number 3, Luke Schmidt. And the officials are going to blow the whistle here momentarily. A little different view this time. Lots of fans here from Bigfork and Eureka. The sidelines are packed. I think everybody in Eureka and just about everybody that's not listening on radio here is for Bigfork. Reichenbach, along with Taylor, out wide right. Snapped directly. Epperly hands it off to Stoltz. Stoltz up the middle, takes it across the 25, out near the 27-yard line. They'll mark it at the 27. And a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. 8:50 and counting here in the first quarter. And the Vikings have the ball at the 27-yard line. Clayton Reichenbach, wide left. Colton, wide right. Power backfield. I formation. Taylor lined up behind Epperly. Epperly under center, and Stoltz behind him. In the backfield is Logan Gilliard. They're going to throw it deep up the sideline. And, in and out of the hands of Colton Reichenbach, knocked away by number 25, Corey Cheney for Eureka. Colton had it there for a moment up near the 50-yard line, using that 6'2" frame to get up over those smaller corners for Eureka. And that could be a challenge for Eureka all night with those tall receivers for the Vikings. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Bigfork from their own 27-yard line. Jacob Hurd in the backfield, along with Luke Taylor, Randy Stoltz. Clayton Reichenbach out to the left, and Emsley is going to take a timeout for the Vikings with 8:24 to go here in the first quarter. I'll get everything caught up. 406-270-7384. I've heard from a couple of you listening out there. Glad you could join us for Viking football as the Vikings take on the Lincoln County Lions here in Eureka, Montana.
Hey, Ed, did you talk to the linebackers?
Hey, Doug Fraley, it's just audio tonight. You don't get to see my beautiful face, sorry. We're just streaming the audio. Doug Fraley out there listening as well down in Bigfork. So it's going to be a tough contest here tonight.
You know, he's just looking for any sort of horizontal movement by
So, trips, Luke Taylor, Brady Thornus, Jacob Hurd, out right. Epperly, looking across the middle. Oh, nice pass there to the tight end, Brady Thornus, in the trips to the right side. He'll take it into the Lions territory down near the 45-yard line. He's going to go from the 26.
Explained earlier, they're not doing it.
45-yard line, 1st and 10, Bigfork.
Hey, you should let Todd know.
He picks up 30 yards on the play, and 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 45-yard line of Eureka. Hurd out right, Reichenbach out left, Gilliard, Taylor, and Stoltz in the backfield. Randy Stoltz up the right side. He keeps fighting. I can get a couple yards out near the 43-yard line. Let's see where they spot that. They're going to mark it the 43. We'll give him 2 on the play, and 2nd and 8 for the Vikes. Inside Lion territory at the 43-yard line. So it looks like Jacob Hurd is getting some playing time tonight with Luke Schmidt being out. Schmidt in the backfield. Wide to the right. Taylor and Stoltz. Epperly under center. Reichenbach out left. Epperly tosses it to Hurd. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Back across about the 50-yard line. And right at the 50. So he's going to lose about 5 on the play. And we'll call it 3rd and about 14, almost 15 for the Vikings. Trips right, Luke Taylor. Thornus and Colton Reichenbach. Clayton out left. Randy Stoltz looking to throw it deep. Pass is knocked down. Epperly's pass intended for Reichenbach is knocked down there by number 57. That's Reed Guckenberg. 4th and 15 for the Vikes, right at midfield. And number 26, Gunnar Smith, will drop back deep to receive for Eureka. Number 21, Colton Reichenbach, to punt for the Vikings. He's back at the 38, ready to receive the snap from Gilliard. Punt is blocked by Eureka. Picked up and recovered at the 35-yard line, as looks like Guckenberg was in on the Reed Guckenberg, number 57, in on the block. Took a little bit longer time to get that punt off. He's going to have to punt that quicker. That'll be into Viking territory at the 35 and 1st and 10. So Abney, Kaiser, Luke, Benson, and Brady Thornus on the line. Dunn on the snap. Oh, hit immediately. And a nice shot there by 51. Logan Gilliard along with Robbie Kaiser. They'll bring him down. He's only going to pick up 2, 2nd and 8. Your linebackers, Luke Taylor, Logan Gilliard, Kane and LaFontaine. At the corners, we have Jacob Hurd and Colton Reichenbach. At the safeties, Randy Stoltz and Colton Reichenbach. Clayton is on the corner. Sorry about that. It's a snap. Dunn has the ball. They missed the handoff there. Looks like a broken play, and then Dunn, thinking on his feet, tries to hit Gunnar Smith. The pass is overthrown. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for Eureka at the 33-yard line of the Vikings.
Whatever Dunn was supposed to be reading, he wasn't sure.
Dunn in the shotgun. Kendall behind him, trips stop to the left, single receiver out to the right for Eureka. He's dropping back to pass, screen pass. Oh, Logan Gilliard steps right in front and makes the interception right at the 35-yard line, takes it out near the 40, and they're going to spot it at the 39-yard line. So pass intended for the tight end, a little screen pass as they let everybody in, but Logan Gilliard, the middle linebacker, perfectly read that one, stepped in front of the 35, takes it back 4 yards to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 39-yard line with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Epperly under center. Luke Taylor. Stoltz behind him. In motion, Thornus. Handoff to Randy Stoltz. Nowhere to go. He's not going to gain anything on that play. A host of Lions in on the tackle.
When you get a chance, make sure Todd knows that.
Number 77, Mason Davis. So right to 39, no gain. 2nd and 10 for the Vikes. Trips right, Thornus, Taylor, and Colton Reichenbach. Clayton out wide left. In the slot is Stoltz. In the shotgun is Epperly. Snap to Epperly. Looking for Stoltz on the crossing route. Randy picks it up, but brought down there by Kendall at the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 2 on the play. And we'll call that 3rd and 8 for Bigfork. Colton Reichenbach back in the ballgame for the Vikings. The Reichenbach twins on either side. You got Clayton on the left, Colton on the left, Brady Thornus and Taylor in the slot, Epperly in the shotgun, Stoltz on the right side. They're moving Epperly around, looking to find, throw it deep. Oh, as Colton Reichenbach is waiting for the pass and wide open, broken up there on the far side, looked by number 10. Austin Satori at about the 30-yard line. Otherwise, it's to the house with Colton Reichenbach. It'll be 4th and 8, and Colton will drop back to punt for the Vikes. Back deep. I think it's number 26, Gunnar Smith, to receive for the Lions. This time he gets the punt off. Up around the 35. Right there. Jacob Hurd and Kanan LaFontaine. LaFontaine downs it right at the 22-yard line. Punt there by Clayton Reichenbach as Gunnar Smith has to back off as it rolls down deeper into Lion territory. They'll mark it at the 23. And 1st and 10 for Eureka at their own 23-yard line. Very fast-paced game. No score, a little bit of turnovers and stoppage. The Vikings have come out. Their defense has been stout all year. Gets the stops when they need it. So Dunn under center for the first time. I formation. Split receivers. And Kindle.
He bounced it back, weak side A-gap.
Brought down there by Clayton Reichenbach, and Mischke come along to help. Takes it out to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 7 and bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Lions at their own 30-yard line. 4:33 and counting to go here in the first quarter. On the scoreboard, once again, Dunn under center. I formation. One receiver right, one receiver left. Here's the snap. Dunn reading it, but Randy Solt says, no, I'm going to meet you in the backfield along with Logan Gilliard. And number 38, Jimmy Abney for the Vikes. He's going to lose a yard back to about the 29-yard line. And we'll call it 3rd and about 4 for Eureka at their 29-yard line. Once again, I formation done under center. Receiver left and receiver right. The snap. He's going to hand it up to the tailback. Tailback brought down there by 38, Jimmy Abney. Grabs the legs and stops number 33, Jake Kindle. He's going to bring it up across the 35. Out to the 37-yard line. Officials taking a look at something,
Coach,
probably about the clock.
It's been run right.
Resetting the clock at, it's 3:48, so putting some time back on, 8 seconds. 1st and 10 for Eureka at their 37-yard line. Dunn under center, I formation. Split wide receivers. Dunn with a snap, he's back to pass. Pass, going up. And complete to Gunnar Smith. Coverage there by Jacob Hurd, who's having to play this week because of Luke Schmidt, the all-conference corner, all the way into Viking territory, down to the 25-yard line. So a big pickup there. And a 1st and 10 for Eureka on a long pass from Dunn. Defense has got to tighten up. Dunn under center. I formation. Oh, flag on the far side. Looked like the tight end moved, or the tackle, excuse me, on the right side. And the indication is going to be a false start initially against Eureka. We'll check that momentarily. Dead ball, false start. Yep, that is the call against the Lions. That'll back them up 5 yards, back to the 30-yard line of the Vikes. And 1st and 15 for the Lions. Once again, Dunn under center.
Tight.
Kerry Kindle on it. Luke Taylor meets him. Jimmy Abney comes in late to help.
Whatever they're liking right now, the side backs are running left.
Back inside the 30, down to about the 28, 7.5. We'll call it 2nd and a long 12, make it 13 for Eureka. Dunn under center. 57 at fullback, Reed Guckenberg. And
Well, I see Brody over here on the
Jake
line.
Kindle
Should be able to help
at tailback receivers left and right. Basello out left. Gunnar Smith out right. Smith in motion. Dunn on a fly sweep. Dunn's going to read it and brought down immediately. He's met there by number 60. That's Luke Benson, right about the 30-yard line. Takes him down. His knee touches, and they're going to blow him dead at the 30-yard line. He's going to lose 3 on the play, and it'll bring it 3rd and 15 for the Lions as the Vikings defense stiffens here in the first quarter with 2:37 and counting to go. Dunn under center. Trips right for Eureka. Pasella out wide left. Kindle behind, off to the left of Dunn. Kindle in motion. Dunn looking to throw. Brady Thorne is chasing him. Pass up and falls incomplete, intended for Kindle. And out of bounds as Clayton Reichenbach on the coverage. Brady Thornus and Benson, along with Jimmy Abney putting the pressure on Dunn. He had nowhere to go. Just had basically tried to throw it away, and we'll see. It's going to bring up 4th and 15 at the 30. It looks like Eureka is going to go. So Pasella out left. Kindle on the right side of Dunn. Trips out right for Eureka. Snap. He's back to pass in the formation. Thornus is going to bring him down all the way back to the 40-yard line. He's going to lose another 5 on that play. A nice sack, a nice play there by Brady Thornus. He's been putting the pressure on Dunn all night. That'll put it at the 40-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Vikes with 2:03 to go here in the first quarter. Once again, the Viking defense steps up and makes a play. Brady Thorne this time.
He looked there immediately. That's where his eyes went. And then once he realized pressure, then he went to the trip side.
So I formation, Epperly under center. Taylor and Stoltz. Colton out left. Hurd out wide. Wide right. Thornus in motion.
This drive is the only time that he started going left. He's got him. He's got him.
Pass intended out there for Jacob Hurd in Eureka territory at 35. Just out of his outstretched hands. He had him beat. He catches that. He's going to go to the house. Again, Jacob Hurd, also the kicker, a 5'8", 140-pound senior, had him beat on the play. Reichenbach's out left, out right. I formation, Taylor. Stoltz, the pitch to Stoltz from Epperly. Nice block there by Luke Taylor. Randy Stoltz into Eureka territory across the 50 down to the 48.
Looks like man coverage on the outside.
And he'll pick up about 12 on that play. All the way into Eureka territory at the 48, and 1st and 10 for the Vikings in Lion territory.
If we can get to the spot.
Nice block there by Luke Taylor, freeing up Randy Stoltz as he broke back inside. Winding the clock, 1:40 here to go in the first quarter. Epperly under center, off to Luke Taylor. Luke Taylor on the right side. Bowling down inside the 45. He'll pick the market at the 44-yard line. He picks up 4, and 2nd down and 6, maybe a little less than 6. He picked up a little more than 4 yards, almost at the 43.5-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Colton out right, Clayton out left. Epperly under center, I formation. Taylor, Stoltz in the I formation. Thornus in motion for the Vikes. A toss to Randy Stoltz if they can seal that corner. Taylor makes a nice block. Stoltz up the left sideline and out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it inside the 40. They're going to spot it at about the 37-yard line. He'll pick up about 7 on that play. And another 1st down for the Vikes right at the Eureka Lions 37-yard line. Stoltz and Clayton Reichenbach out left. Thornus and Colton Reichenbach. They winding the clock, but can't. He went out of bounds. Epperly. Taylor right behind him. Hands off to Luke Taylor. Luke Taylor up the middle. He'll take it down near the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to mark it at the 32-yard line. He's going to pick up 5, half of that on that play. And it'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Vikes. I know Emsley will take 5 yards a pop every time if they're running the football and down the field. So I formation, Taylor, Stoltz, Reichenbach on the left, on the right. Randy Stoltz right side, met immediately, but he'll pick up maybe a yard on the play. And they're going to mark it at the 31, so he'll pick up 1 and bring up 3rd and 4. Those black uniforms Eureka has with those orange outline is kind of difficult to pick up the numbers, but 1 quarter is in the books, and it's 3rd down and about 4 for the Vikes. And no score here from Eureka as the Vikings and Lions will battle. We'll be back momentarily. All right, we're back from Eureka, Montana at Lincoln County High School. It's the Vikings with a 3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line of Eureka. So Epperly will go in shotgun formation. Stoltz on the left in the slot. Reichenbach on the left. Whistle is blown. There's a flag. The initial indications false start on the Vikings. Somebody moved early. It is dead ball, false start. That'll push them back 5 yards. Instead of being 3rd and 4, it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line for the Vikings. Didn't have time to get you any stats here at the end of the first quarter, but we'll have stats at halftime for you. 406-270-7384. Let me know that you can hear us from Eureka as the Vikings 3-0, Lions 3-0. Trips to the left. Colton Reichenbach out right. In the slot is Stoltz. Thornus in motion. Epperly, the snap. He's going to throw out to Stoltz. Oh, Randy tried to haul it in a little bit high and just can't hang on. That's going to fall up incomplete and bring up 4th and 9 for Bigfork at the 36-yard line. And now a decision time for Todd Emsley if they're going to try to go for it or not here on 4th down. Hey, the way the defense is playing, can't blame him. We'll go in shotgun formation. Clayton and Stoltz out to the left. Trips on the right. A little pooch punt there by Epperly, just like last week. Kicks it inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. A good play there. Covers about 30 yards, and that will pin the Lions deep at their own 7-yard line. So Eureka thought the Vikings were going for it. Little pooch punt. Kicks it inside the 10, down to the 7. 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line for Eureka. So Dunn once again under center, I formation. Receivers left and right. And there's going to be a whistle, a false start Called on the near side. Somebody for Eureka must moved early. And that'll be half the, it can't be 5 yards. It's 7, so half the distance of the goal. They'll take it back to the 4-yard line. And 1st and 13. So legal procedure against Eureka. 1st and 13. Lions got him pinned, or excuse me, Vikings have the Lions pinned deep. Now take advantage of it. Kendall met immediately in the backfield. That's Logan Gilliard. Also, Luke Benson comes in. And he might picked up a yard. We'll call it second. He's at the 4-yard line. 2nd and 13, but immediately Logan Gilliard meets Kendall in the backfield. Shotgun formation, Dunn will be under center. Trips to the left for Eureka. Single receiver out to the right. Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall right by him. Dunn's going to read it, take it to the outside, but the Vikings have read that. Abney, along with Logan Gilliard and Luke Taylor. Logan Gilliard is reading it tonight. The middle linebacker for the Vikes. He's seeing everything well and scraping and moving to the play. No gain. And we'll bring up 3rd and 13 for the Lions here in the second quarter. If the Vikings can hold, trips to the right, single receiver to the left, Dunn in the shotgun formation. Kendall right next to him in the end zone. And Kendall. Here's the snap. Looking to pass, looking to throw deep underneath, tipped away by Logan Gilliard, makes another tremendous play. Does the middle linebacker. That's going to bring up 4th down, and Lions pinned deep are going to have to punt. So back deep isn't here this week. We got Randy Stoltz and Kanan LaFontaine on punt return duties. And I can't see who's back deep for Eureka to punt, but he's got to punt this ball out of there. LaFontaine lets it go. Winds up in Lion territory all the way out of the 46-yard line. Kanan thought about picking it up, but it bounced in front of him. That's a good thing to do so you don't fumble that, as that defender is breathing right down your neck. So it'll be Vikings football at the Eureka Lions 46 with 10:08 to go here till halftime. And no score here in Eureka, Montana. Epperly under center, I formation. Reichenbach. The receivers. Epperly back deep. He's going to throw it out wide right. And it's going to be picked off. Meant for Brady Thorness. Picked off at the 25-yard line by number 5, Hank Dunn, the quarterback and defensive back for Eureka. Throw that fade route to the outside, and I think only Reichenbach can get that. So the Vikings will go back on defense. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Eureka, as they'll go in I formation, Dunn under center. Receiver wide right and wide left.
Who is that kid?
Logan Gilliard right there, almost on the handoff. Jimmy Abney, along with Luke Benson on the stop. He might have picked up a half a yard. They'll call it 2nd and 9, just inside the 25.5-yard line. But Gilliard is just manhandling those guys, getting in the backfield, reading it very well. He's going to play nose guard on this play. I formation, Dunn under center. Dunn back deep. He's going to get lots of pressure. He's met. Fumble!
We got it, Coach.
Fumble! And the Vikings, I believe, are on that football.
Ah, damn it.
I don't know how Dunn recovered that. Pacheco in on there. I thought he had the recovery of the fumbles. Dunn was scrambling it around and knocked him down. Take it back to the 21-yard line. And 3rd and 14 for Eureka. Dunn trips right. Single seat receiver left. Dunn and Kendall in the backfield. The shotgun formation in motion. Dunn looking to throw. Lots of pass complete out there, but right there is Stoltz along with Reichenbach, Logan Gillard, and Luke Taylor. He's going to be, makes it out to the 28-yard line. So he'll pick up 7 and 4th and 7 for Eureka. And looks like they'll punt. And I can't read who the punter is. Looks like 33 Kendall. And back deep is LaFontaine and Stoltz. LaFontaine's got to come up and catch that ball this time rather than let it drop. All about field position. Luke Taylor nearly blocking it. Randy Stoltz at the 42. Brings it up the right sideline. Clayton Reichenbach with a nice block. Stoltz back into Eureka territory inside the 40. Down near the 38-yard line. So Randy, smart thing. Jumps up and takes it back. Picks it up at the 42. Takes it all the way. Picks up 21 on the return. And number 37, Luke Taylor, breaks in there. Nearly blocked that punt for the Vikings. So it'll be I formation. Taylor behind him is Stoltz. Epperly under center. Reichenbach on each side. The pitch to Stoltz. Stoltz going to get out to the outside, out to the left side, uses speed, up the left side and out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds there by number 5, Hank Dunn. As Randy takes it deeper into Lion territory. And they're going to mark it at the 32-yard line. A pickup of 5. We'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Vikings at the Lions' 32-yard line. So a battle back and forth. 8:12 to go here in the first half. And no score. And the Vikings on the drive. I formation, Epperly under center. Fakes it, gives it to Luke Taylor. Taylor up the middle. Nice drive up the left side, takes it inside the 30. Down near the 27-yard line. They'll mark it right at the 27. And it's going to be close to a first down. And they're going to mark it at the 27-yard line. Officials are going to take a timeout, and they're going to measure, I believe, right here. Officials' time for a measurement. It is that close. So he picked up nearly the 5 yards he needed on that play. So they're going to put 8 minutes, wind down to 7:38. They're going to put 8 minutes back on the clock. And looks like they're not going to measure. About 3rd and inches for the Vikes. Near the 27-yard line, Emsley will take his second timeout here in the first half. Vikings driving once again. A few punts and a few big plays by Eureka. Vikings defense has really stepped up, but I think the offense for the Vikings had, I would say here in the first half, a bit of few missed opportunities. We had Reichenbach open and Hurd. We hit those. We're in there for touchdowns, and then we get the pick as we force them to punt. Our defense has really stepped up tonight again as they're getting better week to week. They've given Eureka some short field, gave up the big play, but then they were able to stop them. So 8 minutes to go here till halftime. And the Vikes and the Lions, no score from Lincoln County High School here in Eureka, Montana. So we need less than a yard. Epperly will go under center. Power formation. Taylor, Gillard in the backfield. Stoltz. Taylor goes in motion. And Epperly will take it himself. Quarterback keeper right the middle. Drives it across the 25. Down near the 24-yard line. And we'll see where they spot that. He's going to pick up 3 on the play and a first down for the Vikings. Just inside the 24-yard line of the Lions. So power formation, Taylor and Gilliard, the backs. Taylor goes in motion, Stoltz in the deep I. He's going to pitch it to Stoltz. Stoltz is going to go wide right. Nice blocking. They sealed the corner. Stoltz up the right side, inside the 20, down near the 17, maybe even 16-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to take it down to the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 3. So he picks up 7 on the play. Nice blocking there by the Vikings to seal that right side, and Randy able to get outside using his size and speed. We're going to go in that same power formation. This time, Epperly in shotgun. Taylor on the left side. Gilliard on the right side. Gilliard in motion. Stoltz deep. And Epperly fakes it to Stoltz on the pitch. A Pride of Lions in on the stop. Helping each other up. That's good to see. Good sportsmanship. Number 26, Gunnar Smith in on the stop for the Vikes. I think number 62, Ethan Holt as well for the Lions. He might have lost a yard. We'll call it, yeah, loss of 1 yard. 3rd and 4 from the 17 for the Vikes. I think this is 4-down territory, though. All right, Taylor. Stoltz behind an I formation. Gilliard. Trying to get him to jump. Here comes Randy Stoltz. Right side stopped. Might have picked up a yard back to the 16, and he will. Kindle and Guckenberg on the stop for Eureka. It'll bring up 4th and 3, and I don't think we're going to see a pooch punt here. So the Vikes need to convert on this to keep the drive alive. We'll see what they do. We're going to go I formation with Gilliard in the backfield. In the power formation, Epperly. Taylor under motion. Epperly will keep it. Looks out, throws it, finds Thorness out to the left side, inside the 10-yard line. And right at the 10, he'll pick up 6 on the play. And they'll mark it right at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal just inside the 10 for the Vikings with 5:23 to go. So a great play. Taylor goes out wide on the motion out to the right side. Epperly takes the snap, moves out left, steps inside and hits Thorness on the out for the 1st down. Stoltz, Clayton Reichenbach, trips to the right. Taylor, Thorness, and Epperly. Wide to the right. Epperly keeps the ball, tucks it down, takes it inside the 5. He was looking for Colton Reichenbach in the end zone, but he was covered. Linebacker tried to come up to make the tackle, and Epperly pump fakes, gets around him down to the 5-yard line. So a pickup of about 5 and 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Vikes. Well, Epperly in the shotgun. Stoltz next to him. Oh, it's the Wildcat. Flag on the play, and we'll see momentarily what the flag is on the far side. Little trick play, pitched it, went in the Wildcat. Direct snap to Stoltz. Stoltz pitched it to Reichenbach. Colton, and then Colton threw it to Thorness, but the flag came in. Penalty is against. Now, it can't be a legal shift. That's 15 yards. That's a personal foul, looks like, against the Vikings, because it takes it all the way back out to the 20-yard line. And couldn't quite tell. Maybe a face mask blocking on that. Anyway, it'll bring up second down and goal from the 20-yard line. Reichenbach out left, Stoltz in the slot on the left side. Trips to the right, Reichenbach out wide, Thornus and Taylor. Flag again, they're going to call false start on the Vikes. It's going to cost them another 5 yards, all the way back out to the 25-yard line. So the Vikings at the 5 in good field position, kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. So second goal from the 25-yard line. Taylor and Clayton Reichenbach out left. Thornus and Colton. Randy Stoltz in the backfield. Right next to Epper. Epper going to throw it on the screen to Stoltz. Brought down immediately by Kendall. He's going to lose a yard out to the 26 and third and goal from the 26-yard line. So third down, a big third down for the Vikes. Third and goal, so Reichenbach out left. Thornus, Reichenbach out wide right. Epperly throws it deep. No flag on the play. It looked like Thornus going over the middle was being held, and no flag thrown. That'll bring up fourth down and goal as and they mark it back at the 27, and it was on the 26-yard line, so they take away a yard. I'm not sure why. Thornus, Reichenbach, that's Colton out wide right, Clayton and Stoltz left, Epperly in formation. He's going to throw it out there. Ball caught there by Colton Reichenbach inside the 5, down near the 1-yard line. Nice pass from Epperly. Had some pressure on him as he released that. And the 6'2" Reichenbach, that's Colton, goes up for it at about the 2 and tackled at the 1-yard line. It'll be fourth and goal. Well, I thought that was third down. Officials blowing the whistle. Check that. That was fourth down. So nearly got a touchdown. My bad. It was fourth and goal from the 27. Makes it down. The Lions are pinned deep at their own 1-yard line. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Dunn back in shotgun formation. Kendall right next to him. The snap. Dunn's going to keep it himself. Brings it up. Brought immediately down by Luke Benson. In on the stop. Along with Logan Gilliard in again. Dunn gets out near the 4-yard line. He'll pick up 3 and second and 7. So the Vikings need to hold the Lions deep, forcing the punt, get good field position. Once again, Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall next to him, trips to the right, single receive to the left. He's going to throw it inside. And Stoltz is right there to meet him immediately. Gunnar Smith, number 26, on the catch. Makes it across the 10-yard line out near the 11. And it looks like officials are going to take a timeout to measure with 3:03 to go here till halftime and no score. The Vikings had their opportunities, but with that penalties, that really cost them. They're down at the 5-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 for Eureka as they get out of the shadow of their own goal line. Out at about the 11, and first and 10 for the Lions at their 11-yard line. Once again, Dunn in shotgun formation, single receiver left. Kendall behind on side, trips to the right. Yeah, put some time back on the clock. 3:10 to go here to halftime. And the Lions pinned deep in their own territory at their 11-yard line with a 1st and 10. Dunn with a snap, quick throw. He throws it behind the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. Epperly into the corner right now for the Vikings. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Same formation. Shotgun. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Kindle behind Dunn. As they set the ball at the 11-yard line, it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Eureka. Dunn with a snap. Looks for Kindle. Thornus out there. Luke Taylor, great form tackle. He takes down Kindle right at the 11-yard line for no gain. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for Eureka. As the clock winds down, 2:45 to go in this battle of unbeatens from Eureka, Montana. 406-270-7384 if you can hear me. Trips out this time, out to the left side on the wide side. Single receiver on the right side. Dunn. Kindle to his right. One receiver in motion. Fly sweep, fakes it to him. Dunn looking. Completes the pass out there. Brought down. Thornus along with Randy Stoltz. Pass complete. Out to the 17-yard line. They got to get to the 21, so 4th and 4 for Eureka. LaFontaine and Stoltz back midfield to receive. The punt, 57, that's Guckenberg. Looking to see if he should punt it or not. Eureka holding the ball, holding the line there. He's going to punt it, trying to wind the clock a little bit. A short punt, get out of the way. Let it bounce, get out of the way. Yeah. 57, Reed Guckenberg tried to knock it off Levi Taylor right there, but as soon as he touches it, that ball is dead. It's in Eureka territory at the 34-yard line, and the Vikings have 1:17 to go. An opportunity to score before halftime for Bigfork. Here comes the Vikes. Logan Geard, the center. Taylor, Reichenbach, Clayton out to the left. Thornus, Reichenbach, Colton out to the right. Randy Stoltz right next to Epperly. Hand off to Stoltz. Stoltz takes it down near the 32-yard line. And he'll pick up a couple, 2nd and 8 for Bigfork. They'll mark the ball and then ready to go again. Epperly in shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Taylor right there. Get rid of it. Epperly throws it out. Oh, pass intended for Stoltz. Just out of bounds and out of the reach of Randy Stoltz at the 20-yard line. That'll be incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 8 with a little over 52 seconds to go till halftime. He had him open, but pressure there forced Epperly to get rid of it a little bit early. Thornus and Colton Reichenbach out wide right. Colton out wide left. Stoltz in the slot. Taylor in the slot. Epperly in the shotgun. Snap to Epperly. Epperly, they're coming. Looking for the screen to Taylor. Taylor takes it down near the 30. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line. Met there immediately by Guckenberg. And number 26 also on the stop, Gunnar Smith. That's going to bring up 4th and about 7 as the clock is winding down. They're letting the clock run. He's looking for the guy to count. He's going to take his final timeout is Emsley. So 11.1 to go here till halftime. The Vikings 4th down and about 7 to go. They got to get down to the 23-yard line. And I think Emsley's thought there was, hey, let's play this 4th down, throw it for the end zone. We get the touchdown. If we don't give them any time on the left on the clock. So 11.1 here from Eureka, Montana. No score in these Battle of Unbeaten's 3-0 teams. Bigfork cheerleaders will come up for the trip to cheer on the Vikings tonight. A lot of Viking fans over there on the sideline.
Nice.
Up and down.
We should become a radio star. I think so.
So one more play left for Bigfork here because they are out of timeouts here in the first half. 11.1 to go here in the first half. Epperly in the shotgun. And the white official is going to blow the whistle here momentarily. We'll see what this is.
Hey, Utter and Dunn are not sure what they're doing over here, Coach. They're fighting over who's calling timeout.
Well, the Lions couldn't decide what to do and ended up calling a timeout after Bigfork showed their formation. But a couple of times, our receivers, especially the Reichenbachs, who go 6'1", almost 6'2", you know, I think they have the height advantage, looking to get some full protection, maybe keep Stoltz and Taylor in the block, give them full protection, and let the Reichenbachs run up the field and throw one out there. Because that last time it was 4th and long from the 27. They got it all the way down almost to the touchdown. It was 4th and goal from the 27. They got it down to the 1-yard line and then held Eureka. So, one more play. Colton and Thornus out to the right along with Taylor. Stoltz and Clayton out left in the shotgun. Goes Epperly. He's going to go set his feet. Looks to throw. Gets the first down.
Here we go. We got the
And
stop. He's out of bounds.
out of bounds goes, and a first down for the Vikes. Takes it down near the 15-yard line. So they got to move it. Let's see right here. I believe first and goal, the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the 16 for the Vikes. He did get out of bounds. 5.8 seconds to go here. Epperly in the shotgun. Taylor on one side. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Snap to Epperly. Epperly looking up top. Throws it deep. He's got Reichenbach out there, knocked away. And incomplete. There's 0.7 to go. So the Vikings can run one more play if they choose. But it looks like 2nd down. And they're going to bring on number 34, Jacob Hurd. They're going to spot it down at the 23-yard line. So a 33-yard field goal attempt by Jacob Hurd. He's got the leg, that's for sure. They're going to block up front. Snap, gets it down. Hurd booms it. It is through the uprights. Jacob Hurd from 33 yards out. The Vikings score. And they head time. That is halftime as the Vikes on Jacob Hurd's 33-yard field goal put points on the board and lead 3-0 in this battle here in Eureka, Montana. We'll be back in a couple minutes with your halftime stats. Well, folks, welcome back to Lincoln County High School here in Eureka, Montana. Well, 7.7 seconds to go for the Vikes, and Jacob Hurd comes along and boots a 33-yard field goal as time expires at halftime, and the Vikings lead 3-0. I'm trying to bring up your stats here momentarily, and I'll give you those halftime stats. A battle back and forth, and the cheerleaders out there, both Eureka and Bigfork, cheering at halftime. That's good to see. Good sportsmanship there. We'll take a look at your halftime stats momentarily here. They're coming up. So 3-0. Epperly is 7 for 16 for 86 yards. And no touchdown. Stoltz, 10 carries, 42 yards. Brady Thornus with 3 receptions for 48 yards. For Lincoln County, Hank Dunn, 6 of 11, 66 yards. Jake Kindle, 7 carries, 18 yards. So the defense for Vikings are doing a great job on him. Gunnar Smith, 3 receptions and 46 yards. Overall, Epperly has 1 pass interception. Epperly, 4 rushes for 9 yards. Luke Taylor, 4 for 14. Kanan, 1 rush for -6. Thornus, Colton Reichenbach, 2 receptions, 38 yards. And Stoltz, 2 receptions, but no yards on that. They had Herb and Reichenbach down the sideline, but just missed them if we make those. Luke Taylor leading the defense with 4.5 tackles, 3 solo, 3 assists, tackle for loss. Brady Thornus, Randy Stoltz, Logan Gilliard. Logan Gilliard has 1 solo, 4 assists, a tackle for loss, and an interception. Abney with 2.5, Benson, Colton Reichenbach, Robbie Kaiser, Jacob Hurd, Clayton Reichenbach, Mishke Ellie, who's playing some defense now with Luke Schmidt being out, and Brandon Wenzel also in. Jacob Hurd, 1 for 1, a 33-yard field goal and 3 points. Epperly punting, 1 for 29. Colton, 2 for 21. And on the punt return, Randy Stoltz, 1 for 20 yards. So overall, Bigfork passing yards, 86 to 66 against Lincoln County. Rushing yards, it's 59 to 26. Bigfork over Eureka, and first down 7 to 5. Each have a turnover. Penalties, 3 for 25 for Bigfork and 2 for 10 for Lincoln County. Hank Dunn, 6 of 11 and 66 yards. Like I said, 1 interception. Hank Dunn also rushing 10 attempts for 7 yards. Viking defense really holding out. Gunnar Smith, 1 for 1 yard. And then receptions, Smith with 3, 46 yards, and Cheney 3 for 20 yards. Jake Kindell, 5.5 sacks, leads away, including a tackle for loss. Hank Dunn with the 1 interception for Eureka. Kindle, 4 punts, 113 yards, and 1 inside the 20. Punt returns, 2 attempted, no yards. They don't have a name on here. Kindle has a kickoff return, 1 for 12 yards. So your halftime and a barn burner here from Eureka at Lincoln County High School. It's 3-0, the Vikings lead. And don't forget, the Vikings will get the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred. So we need to take advantage of some field position and put it in the end zone. We've had a couple opportunities. Penalties and a turnover have cost us tonight, but our defense, I'll have to say, is playing stout. Eureka's had some good field position, and our defense has come up big when they've been in our territory. So, halftime score, Vikings lead the Lions 3-0 from Eureka. I'll be back in a few minutes with your second half kickoff in about 5 minutes. Stick around. Give me a text, 406-270-7384. All right, well, welcome back to Lincoln County High School here in Eureka, Montana. The second half about to get underway. Lights are a little dim. Looks like half of our lights at Bigfork when all their lights are on. Hopefully we get that fixed next week for our home game. One side the breaker blew out, so my wife asking me if you want something to drink. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit parched, so. So we'll get going here. Officials at midfield to get ready. That means Eureka will kick off to the Vikings. The Vikings are going to receive the second half kickoff. And 3-0, the Vikings lead on a Jacob Hurd 33-yard field goal as time expires in the first half. So a heck of a battle here in Eureka, Montana. I'm glad you're listening in and catching the game if you care. The Vikes are going to receive from the west this time. And back deep, it's Randy Stoltz, along with Kanan LaFontaine and Carson Digley, splitting Randy on either side. And I'm trying to pick up the number. They're very difficult for Eureka to read. Orange outline. It looks like 57, Reed Guckenberg may be the kicker as well. It's difficult to tell with the lights being so light. Here's the kick. And he's going to boom it deep to Randy. Randy's going to take it about the 8-yard line. Nearly stumbles, gets up, runs it right up the middle. Stoltz it up to the left side, and he'll break it out near the 27-yard line. So he picks up almost 20 on the return.
Hey, Connor, I forgot to mention, can you talk to mention to Todd that those straps are still a great option.
And they're going to mark it at the 27, so we'll give him 19 on the return from the 8-yard line. Nearly falls down, but holds on to his footing out to the 27. And 1st and 10 for the Vikes to start the second half. Epperly in the shotgun. Taylor next to him. Reichenbach and Thornus out to the right. They're going to run it
Wide open in the middle of the field
to Epperly, right up the middle, out near the 40, up near the 38-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 38 as he'll pick up 11 on the play. And 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 38-yard line here in the second half. So the coaches met, saw something, and learned something at halftime, and they'll change up things here in the second half. Epperly in the Taylor next to him. Reichenbach. So Epperly, they saw something at halftime, and they're running it right up the middle, making Eureka react. He takes it across the 45 out near the 46-yard line. So he goes from the 38 to the 46. In my book, that's 8. In the math book, I think I'm right. So 2nd and 2 for the Vikes at the 46-yard line. Epperly under center. Luke Taylor right behind him. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Now they're going to throw it right over the middle. Brady Thornus down the seam. And a first down inside the 30 as Epperly feeds Thornus in the slot on the right side down into Eureka territory, down at the 20-yard line. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 29-yard line. So a nice play there by Epperly. And Thornus reaches up. Thornus, in my book, I got Brady at 6'2", so that height really paying off. Epperly under center. Power formation. Gilliard, Taylor, and Randy Stoltz. They're going to take it up the left side. Randy Stoltz is going to break it to the outside. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings! Randy Stoltz up the left side, breaks it outside, into the end zone from 29 yards out. On the touchdown goes Randy Stoltz on a great blocking by the line. And Randy broke another attempted tackle. So Carson Deagley in to hold since Luke Schmidt's out. And Jacob Hurd is on for the extra point try for Bigfork with 10:37 to go here in the third quarter. Snap. Deagley gets it down. Hurd booms it. And right down the middle is Jacob Hurd. That would have been another 35-yard field goal the way he's kicking that ball. 10:34 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings lead 10-0 as they score early here in the second half. Some big plays. So 406-270-7384. Give me a shout out. I hope you're enjoying the ball game as much as we are here. Two big plays. Epperly running it at first, then he hits Thornus for a long play, and then Randy Stoltz breaks it out up the left side and takes it in the end zone from 29 yards. Well, Smentana will come on to kick for the Vikes from their own 40 and back deep. Number 57 looks like Reed Guckenberg, and I'm sorry, I can't even read the other numbers.
Can't see it.
They're black. You have to understand they're black uniforms, orange shoulders, and the outlines of the numbers are on that black, but deep you can't see them. So here's Smentana's kick with 10:34 to go. Kicks it deep down to the 20-yard line and picked up right there. And run out of bounds on the far side by Carson Deagley. Jacob Hurd nearly getting in there and making a tackle, gets away. Guckenberg, I think, on the return takes it out. They'll mark it at the 28-yard line. So 28-yard line and 1st and 10 for Eureka with 10:31 to go. So Dunn under center, I formation. Two receivers out to the left. Dunn under center. Takes the snap. He's going to pitch it out, but he's met there immediately by Luke Taylor. He's going to throw him for a loss.
They're spotting him on the 22-yard line.
All the way back to the 22. He's going to lose 6 on a play. 2nd and 16. And I think that's Chet McCulley, the other running back. I'm not, like I said, it's very hard to see the numbers from up here. So the Vikings defense have showed up, and the offense, special teams here in the second half, they're ready to get after it. Dunn in the shotgun formation. Kendall right next to him. Trips to the right. He rides Kendall. Kendall brought down. Jimmy Abney right there. And LaFontaine comes up to finish him off along with Logan Gilliard on the stop. He'll pick up third. It was 2nd and 16, picks up 4. We'll call it 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 from the 26-yard line for Eureka. Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall next to him. Trips right. Single receiver left. And Dunn is run down. Pass completed out there. Stoltz meets him immediately. And I can't see who got the reception. Kendall.
That was a nice play.
It'll be 4th down and 3. LaFontaine and Stoltz back deep to receive. And I think it's Guckenberg, Reed Guckenberg, to punt from Eureka at the 35-yard line of Eureka. He's going to fake it, and they got him in the backfield. They're going to take him down. Awesome. Logan Gilliard in there, as well as Luke Benson. They tried the trick play and the fake punt does not work in their own territory. So it'll be Viking football as they stop him at the 32-yard. They picked up about 4 on the play, But now it's Bigfork football at the Lions' 32-yard line and a 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 2 receivers to the right, Thornus and Reichenbach. 2 to the left, Stoltz and Reichenbach. Taylor next to Epperly. Epperly on the read. He's reading it, taking it up the middle, and he's going to be brought down near the 30-yard line.
He's going to gain 5 yards every time.
He takes it down to 30, about the 30, inside the 30 to 29. He'll pick up 3 and 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. So, little change in offense. Epperly reading that and looking to toss or run here. 8 minutes and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. Clayton Reichenbach out wide right. Thornus in the slot. Colton out wide left. I formation. Epperly tosses to Stoltz. Stoltz cuts it back up the middle. He's breaking back. He could. Oh! Brown near the 22-yard line. Close to the first down. We'll see where they spot it.
Heavy outside. They're lining up to stop the top.
So down to the 21-yard line. And he needed 8, and he got 9. So another first down for the Vikes right at the Lions' 21-yard line. Stoltz breaks it outside, doesn't use the block of Taylor, and cuts it back inside. Nearly broke out of that. Takes it all the way down to the 21-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Stoltz, Clayton Reichenbach out left. Colton and Thornus out right. Epperly in the shotgun.
Touchdown.
And throws it to Thornus. Touchdown! Vikings. Thornus right up the seam. And Epperly fakes the handoff to Taylor. Throws it down the seam to Thornus. In for the touchdown from 21 yards out on a nice pass play by the Vikings. That means Jacob Hurd will come on for the extra point try with 7:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Digley takes the snap from Gilliard, and right down the middle is Jacob Hurd. So 7:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Vikings stretch the lead out to 17-0 as they take advantage of the short field on the fake punt. Lions. Probably not a good idea to go for it on 4th and 3 at your own, 33. So the Vikings get ready to kick off. 2 quick touchdowns. Take the first drive, drive it in, and then take the short field and drive another.
It's in the middle, and it's either Pacheco or Benson. I can tell it's one of those 2 players.
Oh, I just got a drink brought to me by Allison's. That was so nice. My mouth is kind of drying out. All this work having to go here in the 2nd half. Spent 10 to kick off for the Vikings. And I think it's 57, Guckenberg back deep. And Sabatana ready to kick off for the Vikings. With 7:27 to go. Here's Smetana's kick. He'll boot it deep. Right about the 12-yard line. Guckenberg trying to come out to the left side. He's met and taken out of bounds. It's Mac McKenzie. Initially hit there by Clayton Reichenbach.
That play. He blew up the blocker into the runner. That was awesome.
Reichenbach takes the blocker right back into the runner, slowed him down so Mac McKenzie could come in and make the tackle for the Vikings right at the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for Eureka here in the 3rd quarter.
Getting on there.
Dunn in the shotgun formation. Kendall next to him. 2 receivers left. 74. Brody Lamar, the defensive tackle, and the DN for the Vikes, put pressure on Dunn. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 from the 29.
Whoever was in front of him, coach. Keep using him and keeping him up.
So Dunn again in shotgun formation. Trips to the wide left side. Single receiver to the right. Kendall on the right side of Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall goes in motion. Snap by Dunn. And the screen underneath, but read by Luke Taylor. Oh, there's a flag right there. There's going to be a block in the back. That's coming back, but I think the Vikings are going to decline that and make them punt. They're calling for a Fabas, but you could clearly see the block in the back, and we'll get that momentarily. Picks up no yardage on the play, so it would be either 4th and 9 or they're going to push them back. Let's see what the referee calls. It is a block in the back against, he pointed against Bigfork, but he meant Eureka. The Vikings will decline, and LaFontaine along with Stoltz back deep. They need to catch that ball in the air and return it, get as much yards as possible. I think Kendall's back to punt for Eureka. And he does. LaFontaine's going to take this one. Get to the outside. Nice block there by Reichenbach. LaFontaine using his feet up the right side. He lowers his head, lowers his shoulder, and punishes 2 Eureka players. Takes it across to the 45-yard line of Eureka, but there is a flag in the middle of the field.
Reichenbach? That was beautiful.
Unbelievable if they call that on Reichenbach. He was in perfect position for the block, and they're going to throw a flag on him for. No way. I'm sorry. I can't believe that. Neither can Coach Patrick Munson. So LaFontaine picks it up to the 38, takes it all the way back to the 44, but they're calling a personal foul. Called against. It'll take it all the way 15 yards back, so it'll be at the 24-yard line for Bigfork. So I'm not sure who that was on. It had to be on Reichenbach. I thought that was a clean block. And they're going to take it back to the 24-yard line. I thought they was at the 44, so he almost knocked off 20 yards instead of 15. Personal foul should have been 15 yards. I think it should be out the 29-yard line, not at the 24, but we'll check that momentarily. The flag I saw was on the 44-yard line where the penalty happened, and it's marked off from there. That should have been at the 29, if I'm doing the math, 15-yard penalty. And it looks like they marked off 20 instead of 15. Yeah. We're not sure who was on anyway. No matter. It's the Vikings football in their own territory. 1st and 10 at the 26. Epperly in shotgun formation. Taylor right next to him. And
see, there you go. He hit the hole harder that time. That was a
right up the middle. Oh, it's Randy Stoltz.
All right, that makes a big difference.
Randy Stoltz takes a direct snap. In the Wildcat, or we'll call it the Viking. Epperly back in at quarterback under center. In I formation, Taylor, Stoltz, Reichenbach's out wide left and wide right. Randy Stoltz to throw the ball. He's throwing it out for Reichenbach on the sideline. Incomplete as he nearly comes up. Does Clayton Reichenbach out near the 50. It'll fall incomplete on the halfback pass. And Randy picked up 6 on that first one, make that 7 yards. So it's 3rd and 7 for Bigfork as that second down pass, falls incomplete for Bigfork. About 31-yard line, and the official's going to blow the whistle here. We'll see what that is momentarily.
Oh, wow, I can't believe they didn't. Oh, now they did for some reason.
5:25. These penalties, incomplete passes, they're not stopping the clock, so the officials are right on it, resetting the clock to make sure Stoltz back to receive the direct snap. And the in the Viking. Stoltz trying to take it out the left side, gets stopped at the 30. Maybe lost a yard. Let's bring up 4th and 4. And I think Emsley's going to punt in this particular situation. Unlike Eureka with the lead, you got to punt the ball. Colton Wright back deep to punt for Bigfork. And a lone guy back to receive. A nice punt there by Colton Reichenbach, caught at the 43-yard line. And Gilliard comes from behind, takes him down inside Viking territory, about the 47, maybe the 46-yard line. And they'll mark it at the 46. He picks it up at the Lions. We'll call it the 43. Picks up 11 on the return. The referee's a little bit unhappy out here about the clock situation, having to keep resetting it. So the Lions have the football in Viking territory at the 46. Dunn in the shotgun formations. Trips out right. Single receiver to the left. And Kendall right next to Dunn in the backfield. With 4:58 to go here in the third quarter. Dunn takes the snap. He's looking to throw the ball. Pressure on him. And there is nobody out there. His receiver must have read that differently and stopped on the route. Colton Reichenbach on the coverage. Pass falls incomplete from Dunn. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Sorry if I'm cutting out there. I'm not sure it's the reception here from Eureka, but just hang on, keep listening. Nothing I can do, so. Runs up the middle. Does Kendall. Met there by LaFontaine. Robbie Kaiser. Logan Gilliard. He'll pick up 5 on the play. We'll call it 3rd and 5 from the 41. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. I formation, Dunn in shotgun. Kendall off to his right. The snap. Rides it right into. Dunn takes it. And rolled out of bounds on the far side. Colton Reichenbach is done as he tries to get near the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 37-yard line, and it'll be up 4th and 1. Well, I think if they went for it in their own backfield, they're probably going to go for it right here, trailing 17-0 with 4:10 to go. So Dunn and Kendall in the backfield. Dunn in shotgun formations. Trips to the left, a single receiver to the right. Dunn getting the signal. Looking at his wristband. Dunn's going to go under center. Kendall in the I formation. And Dunn will take it right up the middle. Met there immediately. Logan Gilliard along with Luke Benson, I believe, on the stop. And they'll take it down to the 34-yard line. And 1st and 10 as he picks up 2. First attempt from the 32. Dunn in shotgun formations. Kendall behind him. Trips to the left. A single receiver to the right. And here's the snap to Dunn. Dunn looking to pass the ball. And he's going to be brought down. There's nobody in the area where he threw. As Dunn brought down there by Abney along with Luke Benson and Thorness. And they call incomplete. I didn't see a receiver. It looked like he was just throwing it away. Looked like grounding there to me, but we didn't get the call. That's all right. 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. for Eureka. I formation. Receiver left, receiver right. Done under center. Look at the pass right over there. Picked off Randy Stoltz. He's going to take it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Down to the 25. Randy Stoltz. Pass intended on the screen, and Stoltz, the safety, picks it off. About the 35, takes it all the way back into Lions territory, down near the 25, right at the 26-yard line. But Randy Stoltz read that all the way, nearly going all the way back. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the Lions' 26-yard line.
38 sweep, sorry.
So Vikings taking advantage of their opportunities here in the second half. Epperly in the shotgun.
Man, now this is still a problem. This is, man,
Taylor in motion.
like
Thornus and Reichenbach out wide right. Snap.
with a little guy.
And Epperly will run it. He runs out of bounds. And he'll take it down near the 25-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
Connor, Thornus was wide open.
Well, Jimmy Fant is cheering all the way from Georgia as he's listening to this ball game. That's Logan Gilliard's grandpa, and Logan's having a heck of a game there at center and also on defense at linebacker tonight. So Randy picks up one, takes it to 25. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Vikes. Colton out right, Clayton out left, I formation. Epperly under center, gives it to Luke Taylor. Luke Taylor bowls over the middle, inside the 20, down near the 19-yard line. And Taylor will pick up 6 on the play. And bring up 3rd down and 3 for Bigfork at the 19 of Eureka. So the Vikings made some adjustments at halftime, and they seem to be working both on offense and defense as well as special teams. Shotgun formation, Epperly. Taylor next to him. Stoltz and Reichenbach out wide right. Epperly on the read.
If he cut that inside off of Gilly's butt, it was even 10. That was a 10.
He takes it inside the 20. We'll see where they spot it.
Hey, if Todd asks you, don't go away from that play. It's still there. That is a beautiful play. He's just got to read it better.
At the 19, so it's 4th and 3 from the 24-yard line. It would be a 41-yard field goal, but they're going to go for it. Epperly will go under center, shotgun formation. Reichenbach's right, wide right, right left. Thornus in motion. Stoltz deep. They're going to toss it to Stoltz. Stoltz is going to get out to the left side. He's going to take it in, walks the sideline, in.
He did it. He did it.
Touchdown, Vikings! It looked like Randy Stoltz was walking the tightrope down the left sideline as he breaks it out from 19 yards out and tiptoes his way through. That's the old Fred Flintstone tiptoe up the sideline for a touchdown for Randy Stoltz and the Vikings. Digley to hold, Gilliard snap, and Jacob Hurd on for the extra point try. Gets it up and through. Jacob Hurd booms another one through. 1:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and the Vikings lead 24-0. As Patrick Munson, the coach over here next to me, they're calling the right plays, and they figured it out here in the second half. I think the Eureka crowd is stunned. You know, Eureka's a great team. My hat's off to them. They won the last 2 state championships, and they won their first 3 ball games. But the Vikings, you know, they weren't sure what this year was going to bring. A new quarterback, Epperly, smart player. You know, he's the point guard on our state champion basketball team, so he's intelligent. A lot of talent at the skill position. How is our line going to do? Well, our defense has really stepped up. And that Manhattan game was tight, but we pulled that one out and took it to Anaconda. You can see him getting better and better. their real test was last week against Florence, and they really took it to Florence. And this week, they're hitting on all cylinders. Smentana to kick off. Bobby Guggenberg back deep. And McCulley. And he kicks it deep. He can kick it all the way down at the 14-yard line.
We got him, Coach. We got him.
Nearly run out of bounds. LaFontaine gets in on the tackle.
Was whipped too far inside. Gave up the contain. But he came back and made the tackle.
Takes it out to the 41-yard line. So from the 14 about to the 41. Picks up 27 on the return. And 1st and 10 at the 41 for Eureka. Dunn, shotgun formation. Kendall next to him. Doubles. 2 to the right, 2 to the left on receivers. Dunn looking to take the snap. Takes it, he's going to throw it right away out. Wide receiver screen out to the right side. And immediately a nice tackle there. Anders Epperly in at corner since Luke Schmidt's out this week. He still knows how to tackle even though he's the cornerback. So he'll pick up 3 on the play. And we'll call it 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line of Eureka. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall right next to him. And fakes it to Dunn, throws it. Oh, nearly picked off. Luke Taylor read it as the slot receiver came inside on a little hook pattern. And Luke Taylor, if he catches that, he's off to the races for a touchdown. In and out of his hands, but read beautifully by Luke Taylor. So 1:06 to go here in the third quarter. 43-yard line and 3rd and 7 for Eureka. Dunn in shotgun formation. Trips left. Dunn has the ball. He's going to throw it. Nearly knocked away at the line of scrimmage. It looked like Logan Gilliard made him change how he was going to throw that pass. The pass falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 7 from about the 43-yard line. They got to get to just across midfield for the first down.
They're not even looking for a sub, Coach. They're going for it.
And it looks like Eureka, once again, in their own territory, this time a little deeper, are going to go for it. So trips out to the left. Kendall in the backfield next to Dunn in shotgun formation. Single receiver to the right. And Dunn will kick it. He's looking out there, makes the pass underneath. And Logan Gilliard on the slant route was, I believe, number 3. A.J. Pasella inside. He takes it into Viking territory down to the 41-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Eureka with just over 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dunn, shotgun formation, trips right. Here they comes the house. Oh, nearly tipped and picked off. They're running that slant route again. And Mac McKenzie was there. It was tipped, and Clayton Reichenbach nearly came up with that pass. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Back at the 42-yard line of Bigfork. Dunn, shotgun formation. Kendall right behind him. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left.
50-50 in every category right now.
Kendall goes to the right side of Dunn. Shotgun formation, snap. Rides it to Kendall. Kendall up the middle and met.
We need to wrap up.
Randy Stoltz in on the tackle. And getting off the bottom is Pacheco. Chase Pacheco in on the stop. Takes it inside to the 39-yard line. Got to get to the 36. Third down. Shotgun formation with trips to the right. Kendall next to Dunn in the backfield. One receiver to the left. Dunn looking to pass. Going to get pressure. Breaks out of it. Looking to throw. And run out of bounds by Logan Gilliard.
Yeah, he's short by 1 yard.
He takes it down in the 35 down to the 32. He's going to be about a half yard short. So that's going to bring up another fourth down for Eureka, fourth and less than 1. He's got about a half yard, we'll call it. Sticks over there calling it 4th and 1. Look out right up the middle. Logan Gilliard's at the nose guard. Yeah, but Dunn took it off the other side. He took it away from Gilliard. And Pacheco was in on the stop along with Luke Benson. Enough. He picks up 2 down to the 30-yard line. And that's a first down for Eureka. 1.7 to go here in the third quarter. And finally, they wind the clock. The third quarter is complete. 3 quarters in the books. And the Vikings lead 24-0 over the Eureka Lions here from Eureka, Montana. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Vikings 30-yard line to start the fourth quarter. We'll be back here in about a minute with the final quarter of this ball game. All right, welcome back to Lincoln County High School. Start of the fourth quarter, Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall will go out wide left. Slant pass, and the receiver falls down on the play. It'll fall incomplete.
I can't see who's on the ground, Ed. There's a player in the huddle.
There's a player on the ground for Eureka, so we'll have an official's timeout here momentarily. And I can't read the number. Looked like he twisted that left ankle.
He's cramping.
So trips to the right, a single receiver to the left for Eureka at the 30 with a 2nd and 10, and Dunn in shotgun formation. Kendall in the backfield with him on his left side. Here's a snap to Dunn. Pressure coming in. Bigfork, here's Thornus. He throws it deep and over the head of the receiver. And Luke Taylor on the coverage as they were flushing Dunn out to the right side, and he just threw it up towards the end zone to his receiver, and it overthrows him. Falls incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. And I suspect this is 4-down territory for the Lions with 11:51 to go in this ball game. Dunn and Kendall in the backfield in shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. And Dunn takes the snap. Rolling out right. He's looking for a receiver. Follows it incomplete. Luke Taylor again on the coverage as Dunn's pass falls incomplete. Logan Gilliard, Luke Benson putting the pressure on Dunn on the sprint out. And Dunn's pass on the run falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 10. And the Lions they're in Viking territory. They're definitely going to go for it if they went for it on fourth down twice in their own territory. So trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Kindle in the backfield with Dunn. Dunn in shotgun formation. 4th and 10 from the 30-yard line of Bigfork. The snap to Dunn. Dunn looking to get it out to Kindle on the run. And he's met right there by Logan Gilliard and finished up. LaFontaine getting off the ground along with Luke Taylor on the stop. So initially hit by Logan Gilliard, doesn't go down, but Taylor and LaFontaine come up and finish him up at about the 23-yard line. And they'll be short. They needed to get all the way to
traps. Those are open.
this. They're going to be 2 yards short. They need to get out to the 21. They only got to the 23. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 23-yard line.
Shift and then run a toss out of it.
Epperly, shotgun. Taylor next to him. Stoltz and Reichenbach to the left. Thornus and Reichenbach to the right. And Epperly will read it. He's going to break it outside. Epperly spins up the right side, takes it out near the 30-yard line. So going to try to run some clock here, and they'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. So he goes and picks up 7 and 2nd and 3 for Bigfork. LaFontaine and Reichenbach out to the right. Fly sweep, boom. Randy Stoltz up the middle. He could go all the way.
Got it. Touchdown.
30, 25, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Randy Stoltz on the fake fly sweep to LaFontaine. Gives it on the counter to Stoltz. Stoltz just blasts right up the middle.
Damn, that kid's fast.
For 70 yards and the touchdown. And just think, football's not his best sport. It's baseball. Hurd on for the extra point try. Digley to hold. Gilliard snap. Oh, there's a flag on the far side. And we'll see what that is momentarily.
Ed, I think we just need to talk to Benson about getting lower. He's making contact with his chest to chest, not his shoulder pads on this block right here.
Defensive encroachment. Retry. A no time down. So Jacob Hurd on. Digley to put the snap down, gets it down, and Hurd just booms it out into the tennis courts here at Eureka, Lincoln County High School. And it's good. 10:48 to go in the ballgame. The Vikings stretch the lead to 31-0 over Eureka. Wow. A battle of number 5 rankings, power rankings. Bigfork number 5, Eureka number 1. So Eureka has a 26-game game-winning streak on the line, and it looks like that might end tonight. Unfortunately, for last year, the Vikings didn't get an opportunity to play Eureka. That would have been a heck of a game in Bigfork. Who knows? That's why we don't know who would have won that game. But Eureka had a heck of a team last year, and their quarterback, Graves, is a redshirt freshman for the University of Montana. Quarterback, heck of an athlete. Heck of a track kid, too. So, all right, Spentana to kick off again for the Vikings from their own 40. I believe 57 is Reed Guckenberg, and I can't tell who the other one is. I'm sorry. So Spentana ready to kick for Bigfork with 10:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. Spentana booms it deep inside the 15 down to the 13. Chasing him on the far side. Jacob Hurd. LaFontaine along with Levi Taylor in on the stop. And he'll bring it out from the 13 all the way out near the. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 29-yard line. So he picks up 16 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Eureka at their own 29-yard line. All right, done. Under center, I formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. And Dunn will hand off to Kindle. Randy Stoltz right there along with Levi Taylor. Grabbing the ankle to bring down Kindle at the 33-yard line. Picks up 4, and we'll call it 2nd and 6 for the Lions.
They're 2 by 1. They split their tight end out. They're still high backs.
Oh, met him immediately. Robbie Kaiser blows that play up from defensive tackle along with Logan Gilliard. And Jimmy Abbey even got in on it. They were in the backfield, almost took the handoff from Dunn. And they're going to lose a few. They're going to go back to the 30, so it'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Eureka. Gilliard playing nose guard. Getting after it because it looks like Eureka wants to try to run. They're going to try to throw it and go up. Knocked away past the 10 at Randy Stoltz along with Bach. Not 1st and 10 for Bigfork inside Eureka territory at the 30-yard line. Clayton Wright, Colton left, LaFontaine behind Taylor in the I formation, Epperly under center. They're going to toss LaFontaine, use the speed, get to the outside. He's up the right side. He's going to break it. Nearly breaks it all the way, runs over 1, maybe 2 Lions. He crosses the 20-yard line down near the 17. Let's see what they're going to spot it right at the 17-yard line. He picks up 13 on the play and a 1st and 10 for the Vikes. So the toss to LaFontaine breaks it out right and then lowers his shoulder, something that he learned last year. Can't run by him or dance around and run through him. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. Epperly under center. Taylor. LaFontaine a halfback. Reichenbach and Digley. Reichenbach out right, Digley out wide left. And Luke Taylor up the middle, fumbles it, but gets it back, then runs it up inside the 10-yard line. He's going to be taken out of bounds on the far side. Does Luke Taylor. He started to run to the right. The ball popped out a little bit. He grabs a hold of it and keeps running. Runs inside the 10, down near the 9-yard line. He's going to pick up 8. We'll call it 2nd and 2 for the Vikes. With 8:25 and counting here in the ball game. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Taylor next to Epperly in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Taylor. Taylor's going to run. He's bowled his way near the goal line. And I believe about the 1-yard line. And Taylor gets it down to the 1-yard line and 1st and goal for Bigfork. Clayton out wide right. Colton out wide left. Epperly under center. Luke Taylor, the fullback, right behind Epperly. LaFontaine deep in the I formation. Epperly with a snap. Inside, hands it off to Luke Taylor. He's going to be dropped for a loss on that counter play, fakes the toss to LaFontaine, gives it to Taylor. Taylor dropped back. He's going to lose all the way back to the 4-yard line, so he loses 3. So 2nd and goal from the 4 for Bigfork. I formation. Taylor, LaFontaine. Epperly under center. Toss it to LaFontaine. He cuts it back in. Takes it near the 5-yard line. Should have stayed at the outside using his speed. He's going to lose about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line for the Vikings. Epperly getting the play from Emsley over on the sideline. 6:56 and counting. This ball game is winding down as the Vikings lead 31-0. Epperly back in the huddle, calls the play real quickly. Clayton Reichenbach to the right. Colton to the left. I formation. Epperly under center. Taylor right behind him. LaFontaine deep. And Epperly will give it to Luke Taylor. Luke Taylor down near the goal line. And he stopped right at the 1-yard line. So we'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout taken right here. And that's the first timeout here in the second half by 6:20 to go here in the ball game. The Vikings looking to remain unbeaten in conference and unbeaten on the season, as this is game number 4, half of the season. The Vikings will be in action next Friday night at home. It is homecoming. Want to get there early. Homecoming taking on the Thompson Falls Blue Hawks. Kicks off at 7 o'clock. You want to get there early. Lots going on next week. Soccer on Tuesday. Boys play at 3. Girls play at 5 over at Carlisle Johnson on Tuesday. Thursday, 4 o'clock, they take on Eureka Lady Lions in volleyball. The Valkyries do in homecoming action. Then Friday night, it is the Vikings taking on Thompson Falls. Then wrapping up the week on Saturday, the Valkyries volleyball team takes on Troy. So lots of football action during homecoming week, the parade and everything going on next week in Bigfork. 4th and goal from the 1. Epperly under center. I formation. Epperly tosses it to LaFontaine. Gain it out to the right side. Touchdown, Vikings! LaFontaine uses his speed and runs it from 1 yard out. Nice block in there by the line, and the Vikes but turned it way out to the right side and puts it in for the touchdown. So Jacob Hurd will come on, Carson Digley to hold, and the snapper is Logan Gilliard. Kick is puts it down, but Hurd miskicks it. It's no good. 5:52, the clock will run. Or excuse me, 5:51. Change of possessions. Here to go in the ball game. The Vikings stretch the lead to 37-0. We'll be back in about a minute for the rest of the ball game from Lincoln County High School here in Eureka, Montana. Once again, if you can hear, you've been enjoying the game, give me a text, 406-270-7384. I know Jimmy Fant down in Georgia is listening. It's great to have you all here. You can't be here. We'll be back momentarily with the kickoff here as we wind up the fourth quarter. All right, Smentana at the 40, ready to kick off with 5:53 to go. Guckenberg back deep for the Lions. Smetana booms it down to the 15-yard line.
They're doing nothing. Just stay with what's working.
LaFontaine takes him out of bounds to the far side. A nice open field tackle right at the 34-yard line. Brings it from the 15 all the way up to 34, a return of 19.
Nice if you had a chance to send some kids in.
And 1st and 10 for Eureka at the 34-yard line.
Wickwire tackle or someone else here and there. Maybe you get hurt at corner.
Two receivers to the right. We call that twins formation. I formation in the backfield. Dunn under center. And they'll probably run the ball. Dunn's got it. He's going to throw it out to the wide side. Pass incomplete. And there's a flag in the middle of the field. We'll have to check that momentarily. Pass intended out there for number 26. That's Gunnar Smith. And Clayton Reichenbach on the coverage for the Vikings. We'll see what the penalty is momentarily. Usually when you get that in there, it's a holding call. Oh, in this case, it's a chop block. So chop block on Eureka. Standing somebody out, and the second guy comes in and chops the guy. That's going to cost him 15 yards. And it'll bring up 1st and 25 all the way back to the 19-yard line. So 1st and 25 for Eureka. Twins formation. Backs. No, they're going to change. And they're going to put trips out to the right. They got receivers running on the field. And they're going to change guys out. Looks like Eureka's going to do that. Dunn in the backfield. In shotgun formation. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Kindle right next to Dunn. Dunn trying to get time to throw. Passed. Oh, what an unbelievable interception by Randy Stoltz. Pass intended out there for number 3, A.J. Pasella. And Clayton Reichenbach reaches out, tips it, and the safety, Stoltz, picks it off and returns it about 4 to the 36-yard line of Eureka. That's the old tip drill. They say in football, Stoltz had his head up on a swivel ready. So I'll give the Vikings an opportunity to play some of their younger players in this ball game. 3:50 and counting to go for the Vikings. Hey, Jimmy Fant, I don't know if you can hear me out there. Thanks for the comments. I really appreciate it. I'm having fun up here. I formation, Epperly looking to run the clock out under center. Taylor. LaFontaine on the run. No, that's Randy Stoltz. Stoltz back in the ball game. Takes it down to the 30. And he'll pick up 6 on the play. Just inside the 30. We'll call it 6, maybe 7. We'll call it 2nd and 3. And Stoltz will come out, the senior, who's had a great ball game tonight, both defensively and offensively in special teams. LaFontaine comes in and replaces the tailback. I formation, Taylor, LaFontaine. Reichenbach left, Reichenbach right, Epperly under center. Looking for the last 5 seconds to take the snap. Here he counts, he's going to snap the ball. Luke Taylor right up the middle. Doesn't matter, the Vikings are going to run the clock out. And nice job by the offensive line. He might have lost half yard. We'll call it 3rd and 4 now for Bigfork with 2:20 to go. Of course, the mercy rule, when you reach 35, the clock runs. And the clock has been running here in the 4th quarter. Colton out right, Clayton out left. Split backs. LaFontaine and Taylor. Epperly under center in a pro formation. He's looking, he's counting, going to take the snap. Gives it to Luke Taylor. Luke Taylor right up the middle. Takes it inside the 30 down near the 26-yard line.
Down about the 26-yard line. We'll see a Bigfork first down.
And that's enough for a first down, so he picks up 4 on the play, does Luke Taylor. And that'll be first down for the Vikes at the 26-yard line of Eureka with 1:25 to go in the ballgame. Well, they haven't played each other for 2 years. And the Vikings in victory formation. LaFontaine and Taylor right next to Epperly in victory formation. Colton Reichenbach deep, Clayton to the left. He'll snap and take a knee. Does Epperly to run that clock out. He's going to have to take one more snap here to end this ball game. Stick around. I'll have your stats at the end after I take a short break and get those up. But we got 40 seconds and counting. And victory formation again as Epperly looking to run the clock out. Looks deep, wait for the umpire in the back, or the back judge in this case, to raise his arms and counts the last 5 seconds. That tells him to take the snap. Here it goes. Epperly will take the snap, and he will take a knee. And that will be your ball game. From Lincoln County High School, the Bigfork Vikings move to 4-0 on the season, 3-0 in conference play. And they'll host the Thompson Falls Blue Hawks next Friday at 7 o'clock as the Vikings beat the Lions 37-0. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll have your full game stats momentarily. Once again, thanks for joining me tonight. A great ball game. The Vikings came to play tonight here in Eureka. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. All right, back here from Lincoln County High School. We'll get your full game stats as the Vikings move to 4-0, 3-0 in conference. 37-0 win over Lincoln County, who came in as 3-0 as well, and 2 times defending state champion. So a heck of a ball game. And the Vikings played all 3 phases very well. Taking a look at team stats for the Vikes. Everly, 9 of 18, 134 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Randy Stoltz, threw one pass that was incomplete. So rushing, Randy Stoltz, 17 attempts, 180 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Averaged over 100 or 10 yards every time he touched the ball. Luke Taylor had a good game, 11 attempts, 40 yards. Anders Eppley, 10 rushes, 38 yards. That's the difference in the second half. They changed up what they were doing. He was doing that quarterback read and option. Kanan entered 4 touches, 7 yards, and gets that touchdown from 1 yard out to finish up the scoring. Brady Thorne has 5 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Colton Reichenbach, 2 receptions, 38 yards. Stoltz, 2 receptions. Defensively led by Luke Taylor with 6 tackles, 4 solo, 4 assists, and 2 for loss. Logan Geard, all night, he was right there playing middle linebacker, sometimes playing nose guard. 5.5, 2 solos, 7 assists, a tackle for loss, including an interception. Stoltz gets 2 interceptions tonight, 4.5 tackles, 2 solo, 5 assists, and gets half for a tackle for loss. Luke Benson right there, Brady Thornes, Levi, Colton, Jacob Hurd, Robbie Kaiser, Mac McKenzie, Epperly, LaFontaine, Wenzel, Clayton, Carson Digley, Chase Pacheco. So a lot of kids got in the game and got in the stats. Jacob Hurd, 1 for 1 on field goals, 4 extra points, 7 points. A key in the end of the first half, he kicks that 33-yard field goal to put the Vikings up going into halftime. Punting stats, Reichenbach 3 for 48, Epperly 1 for 29. Stoltz gets 1 return for 20 yards, Kanan 1 for 0 yards, and kick returns 1 for 20 on Stoltz. Hey, passing yards, Bigfork 134, Lincoln County 103. Rushing yards, get this, the Vikings outrushed the Lions 265 yards to 48, led by Stoltz with 180. First downs 18-8, turnovers 1-3. Penalties not many, pretty clean game, 4 for 35 against Bigfork, 3 for 25 for the Lions. Once again, you're from Lincoln County High School here in Eureka, Montana. The Vikings take this game 37-0. We'll catch you next week in Bigfork at 7 o'clock. It is homecoming as the Vikings will take on the